5 ways Service Autopilot has helped grow our lawn care business. Stick around to the very end, and we'll even throw in a bonus. Hey everyone, I'm Jacob Godar, the owner of Scooters Lawn Care, and my channel helps contractors deliver and clients experience a luxurious everyday life through property transformations. Today, we're talking about 5 ways Service Autopilot has helped grow our business. We get a ton of questions about it. How do you guys schedule? What's the CRM you use? And always the answer has been Service Autopilot. It has been something that has propelled our business, that has allowed us to scale and has allowed us to do it efficiently and smoothly while watching the metrics in the business to make sure we're doing it profitably as well. So if that information sounds like something you want to know about, because you may want a CRM that might help you grow your business, that may help you be profitable, stick around and listen to every single point. Like I said, there's going to be a bonus at the end. Also, make sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know you subscribed. I want to thank each and every one of you personally. So without further ado, let's get into point number 1. Tracking time on services. This is a huge one. And this is where it comes to job costing and profitability. Knowing how long it takes a team out in the field on a given site will allow you to know the man-hour rate, which will allow you to know you're hitting your numbers, which will allow you to know if you're being profitable or not. It'll also makes it really easy to monitor services that were done in the past on any given client and see if there needs to be increases or decreases or changes on a given project to make sure it's profitable in the future if it wasn't in the past, especially when there's reoccurring services like mowing, fertilization, weed control, something that is similar every time you do it. And tracking these times and having people clock in and out on a tablet makes a smooth transition of the information into a usable database where you can easily pull reports and you can know what's going on. I think that's one of the biggest things I've seen. A lot of times people are given paper sheets to the owner of the business or to someone in the business, and they're having to enter all that in on Excel sheets, on some kind of database, and it's just a double step process where if you can clock in and clock out and the field tech does that, it's done, it's good, and everything's in the database ready for you to pull crucial information from. Are you wanting to grow your business in 2021? I've got the perfect thing just for you. The waiting list just dropped for GrowCom, my growth-based community focused around the lawn care industry, designed specifically for business owners just like you. Check the description, make sure you get on the wait list. This community is going to change your business. Number 2, it has an extremely efficient way to speed up cash flow with bulk charging credit cards on file. This was one of the biggest things. Like I said, that the time tracking was huge and the credit cards on file was even bigger. Early on in business, it was only like a few $100s I got stiffed on, but I didn't want that to keep happening. I couldn't stand the thought of, man, it was only a few $100s, no big deal. But what happens when I service 100 clients? What happens when I service 1,000? What happens when I service 10,000? 100 becomes 1,000, 1,000 becomes 10,000, 10,000 becomes 20, 30, 100,000 as you scale a business. And that's when I knew having cards on file was going to be the answer. But not just any way on having cards on file. It needed to be where we could have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of cards on file, but then charge them all at once for whatever was due. I didn't want to have to go through and someone in the office or me when we were starting out individually select each and hit charge. And that's what Service Autopilot has allowed us to do. It has allowed us to correctly and securely tokenize, store PCI compliant information for credit card information. And so it's stored off-site. It's not in Service Autopilot. It's actually in a merchant account and protected correctly. And then allowed us to access that to pay invoices and do it all in bulk transactions. So it's not one at a time. It's 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000 chargers at a time. You know, on a Monday, we might see 200 or 300 charges go through because all the mowing went for the previous week. And it has sped up cash flow to a point of where we're consistently 80-90% paid at all times. It's smoothed out the whole ride of our business, which has been awesome. 3, this is a big one, eliminating paper. All this stuff, it just piles up. And you do, I'm gonna show you what I've got back here. I'm hiding it, but you do what I do. Pile it up, and you keep little things, and you keep thinking, oh, this is important, and this is important, and this is important, and you just keep stacking it up. When you add to that, it just multiplies. So if it's one thing if it's mail and some little notes here and there, but when you've got route sheets and when you've got all these things that it's 2020, it's gonna be 2021, we should be digital. We shouldn't be using paper that has to be piled up, that can't be deciphered, because no one's gonna go look 1,000 books back and see. If you need to pull the data, it needs to be in a database, in a cloud, where you can actually look at it. So eliminating paper was huge. I remember how much we kept back in the day. It was crazy how much I can't even talk, how much paper we kept, and how much it added up and how much bulk it was. And I'd have drawers of stuff that it was worthless. I was never gonna go through and look at the time information and input all of that stuff if I got behind on it at all. So eliminating paper, point number 3, awesome for our business. Service Autopilot can take care of that. Point number 4, speeding up estimates with templates and rate matrices. This is also really, really big because speed wins. Just like you don't want a bunch of this paper anymore. Ooh, financials. You don't want a bunch of this paper anymore. You don't want to have slow estimates. You don't want to have to mail it in snail mail. You want to be able to have a conversation like we're doing right now, me having this conversation with you, collect your information. Yes, John Smith, here's your address, here's the square footage. I type that in, I get him the estimate, send it to him, and he can accept it while we're on the phone. And that's what having a quick way to do estimates, be able to email estimates, and be able to use rate matrices for things that are generic, like lawn care, fertilization, weed control. And when I say generic, I don't mean it's all the same. Generic with variables based on how hard each property is, so there's a way to make it work. But it just speeds up estimates and it makes you win more because you beat out everyone. When we can get 5 estimates accepted for lawn care that came in on any given day before noon, before other people have even went out and looked at them, that wins because of speed, and that's what people want now. They want instant. It's why Amazon and all these things, that instant gratification on Facebook and communication, that's the way. So go with what's going on so you can win more estimates, and Service Autopilot has allowed us to do that as well. Number 5, huge, routing quickly and efficiently. This was the other part. The system we used before Service Autopilot was clunky and it would not route that well. If there was a rain day, it was a nightmare because you had to individually push stuff forward. Now we can take 1,000 people, we could email all of them and say, hey, sorry, you've been skipped because of rain, you've been moved to the following day, shift them all to the following day, and reroute accordingly. That quickness, that rescheduling, that assigning to crews so different tablets can see it, that email efficiency, text efficiency, so people can know what's going on, it wins. The scheduling wins. These are probably the biggest points that have really, really, really helped us grow our business with Service Autopilot, and those 5 alone are powerful. Now, here's the bonus. This is huge. Email marketing templates. When you collect all these emails, there's 2 things that you need from every client. You need to know their cell phone number, not phone number. You want their cell phone number because that you can text, you can send other information to, and you want their email. So you can email them information, you can send out their estimates, and you can market back to them. And that's something with its templates and email abilities. It's kind of like another version of like a MailChimp software, but it's in Service Autopilot. So it allows us to market back to our clients and expand our business faster and faster without spending any more than time to craft the emails and a click of a button to send them. So that's everything. That's how Service Autopilot has helped us grow our business. If you liked all of that Make sure to watch the 2 videos that come up on the screen after this and hit that like button. And please hit subscribe. Let's grow this channel. Thanks, everyone.